Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chine. I'm back with another live from Melody Cherie. Today, she's spilling tea on Miss Betty. Let's get into it. So when I got to the live, this is where we were. And Mel was basically saying how she moves if someone shows her a genuine interest in something. Like if she can help them, that's exactly what she's going to do. And she's like, come on girl. Speaking of Stormy, if this is something that you want, I can help you do this. Because we all heard at the end of the episode last week, Betty kind of reprimanding Stormy because she's actually on the show. So right now I'm going to play you a little bit of what Mel had said about Betty. Hold on.
The show, I never heard of, ever met, nor had I ever seen you, Betty. Never, ever, ever. Never had. One time, I remember someone showed me, I think it was pictures from something, an event maybe, and was like, oh, you need to meet, it was Stormy, you need to meet her, she's doing some great things in business too, I think y'all will be bummed. I was like, oh, okay, cool, I've never seen her before, cool. That was it. No conversation before that, no conversation after that. The way I'm busy and move now is the way I've been busy and moving since forever. I've been a sole entrepreneur since 25.
So you can kind of see Mel's frustration when there's someone who is speaking on you, right? And they have no idea who you are. And Mel is out here being an entrepreneur, being a mother, being a reality star, living her life. And it's somebody bitter over here who is just miserable. You know what I'm saying? And for what? Now, Mel has pulled out the red phone, right? And I'm going to play you this little part, too, because Betty put on a good front for Mel. Like, she really wasn't checking for her, but she had to put a front on because it would be real crazy for you to just come at somebody that you've never met and who knows absolutely nothing about you. Let's get into it.
You pretended to be okay with me when I met you, and I've been around you a few times. You never acted like, I don't want you around, I don't like her. You never acted like that with me. Whereas me, if I don't really want to fool with you, I'm probably not even gonna speak. Like if I don't like you for real, I ain't gonna speak. I walk right back by you like you don't exist, okay? So, Betty, I've never been a hater. You made the comment that I never wanted your daughter on this show. Never been a hater. I like to pull women along and bring women up, okay? Real talk, I do.
So you see what I mean? Upon first meeting her, she couldn't be or feel and show how she really felt about Mel, because that would be crazy. But like Mel said, why would she hate on Stormy if she's just meeting Stormy? And she's trying to help her. I don't get these ladies. And just like Wanda, when she saw Mel, she didn't have a problem with her. She didn't come up to her like she talks about her in the groups. She is cordial. That's crazy. So now Mel is going to get into how Stormy actually got on the show, right? Because Betty was making it seem like they were asking Stormy to be on the show. But per Mel, it sounds a little different.
Your daughter's team reached out to my team. They reached out. There was an agreement made. Okay. At first, I didn't want to do it. But then I was like, okay. Let's see. I met her. Okay, she seemed, I think the first thing was maybe there was some Zoom meetings that they did and all that. I'm like, okay, she seemed pretty good. And my manager, Dawn Michelle, was just like, Mel, she just said you're like a big sister in her head. Y'all are both from one red light towns, and you're like a big sister in her head. I'm like, oh, cool.
So it wasn't them reaching out to Stormy. It was Stormy reaching out to them. And Mel was probably feeling like, I don't want to have anything to do with it due to her past experiences with people on this show. or bringing people on the show. You understand what I'm saying? Let's keep going. So then Mel talks about, with the red phone out, how Betty was saying that Mel didn't want her on the show. And Mel was like, she doesn't move like that. She was like, when she made the phone call to really hype up Stormy, she talked about her businesses. She talked about what she does. She said she hyped her up because she was proud of what she was doing. Stormy has a product, a platform. Why not bring her along and let her be successful also? That's what Mel was trying to do. Child, these mothers. So then she talked about like how she was going to make Stormy visible or help to make Stormy visible. She was like, let's shoot some scenes together. And then she spoke about how, she shot the video at Stormy's house. It's at Stormy's house. People are going to see Stormy when Mel arrives to shoot the video. This is another way to get to introduce to Stormy. She has this beautiful home. So Mel was doing everything, taking the steps that she needed to take to get Stormy where she needed to be on the show because Stormy's people reached out. So Mel was saying that Betty's kind of saying to Stormy that Mel is using her because she was at her house and all this other stuff. So Mel said, I am debunking and only speaking to one person, and that is Betty. So now what you're gonna hear from Mel is, I think, a text message between her and Stormy.
This is me. Girl, we about to have your ass set all the way up on this show. Yes. What I got back was 5 emoji crying tears. You know when you be like, oh my God, that kind of like happy emoji crying tears.
That's from Stormy, the crying tears.
And then I said, I responded to that. And I said, I told you from the beginning, I had you. She says, we were also talking about some decor stuff. So she said, okay, I'll get it set up tonight because we were talking about some balloons or something. I said, I told you from the beginning, I had you. She responds and said, you told no lies. 1, 2, 3, 4 crying faces, 3 kissy faces. Thank you.
So then Mel was like, that doesn't sound like somebody who didn't want somebody to be on the show. Because if she didn't want to be on the show, she just wouldn't even bring her up, right? So then Mel turns the phone around and she lets us see the text between her and Stormy, right? It's backwards. You just got to figure it out. But this is between her and Stormy. And then if you look down here at the bottom right, backwards, this is what Stormy said. Because Mel says she said this a few minutes ago. Now she's showing you. You told no lies. Thank you. That meant that Mel had done what she needed to do to get Stormy on the show. So why is Betty mad? Why is Betty so mad at Mel? Like, Mel didn't do anything but help her daughter. In turn, now we know you, Betty. Which is wild. And Mel is just really sitting here saying she just doesn't know why Betty has this big problem with her. Because even now, Mel says she is rooting for Stormy. She is proud of Stormy with all of her accomplishments. But what is Betty's problem? I would really like to know that, because what would her problem be with Mel? So Mel just wanted to know, what is Betty's problem, since she has called everybody, rooted for Stormy to get her on the show. But I'm going to let her finish with Destiny. You remember when Destiny said, I'll see you at work? Mel got some for that. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
I'll be there. What? You think I'm not